DorkLair.
Welcome to another DorkLair collecting video. Today I'm taking a look at my top 5 action figures from 2021 over $100. Now, I know that I had promised a top 10, but quite frankly, I'm getting a little worn out by the top 10 list, so I scaled it back to a top 5. And really, of all of the lists and the price ranges to do a top 5, this is the one. It's not like I got dozens and dozens of figures over $100. A lot of that price range are Hot Toys or 6 scale stuff, and so I just don't buy a ton of it. But here's my top 5. This is not in the list, but this was a figure that would have been in the top 10 had I done 10 figures. And this is the Advent Calendar Cousin Eddie figure. And to me, this is a notable figure because of the reissuing of that Pink Skull's Chaos Club head sculpt, a very welcome, reprint, essentially. I know it's different color and all, but it's such a fantastic sculpt, and it has so much character that it would be a shame for them to not release it. I think they're probably going to do even more Pink Skulls, quite frankly, maybe a different outfit or whatever, but they're coming, I think. They probably don't want to leave that money on the table anyway. This is, I guess, we'll call this guy my runner-up in my sort of space filler as I do my intro so that I don't reveal what my next figure is, which is going to be number 5. That's right, the Chris Reeve Superman from the Mezco Toys 112 Collective. What an iconic character. Perfect fit for Mezco. Not a lot of companies are really doing this version of Superman, and they did a really good job. The suit's fantastic. It's actually making me really excited for the next Superman, the comic book version that they're doing. It's not perfect. Like, the likeness is good. It's not phenomenal. It's not like a Hot Toys level kind of thing. But overall, it's a fantastic figure. Crazy thing is, this thing is in stock again. So this is a great one for the list because you can go out and buy it right now. A lot of times you see these lists and stuff's just gone and there's really no way to like pick it up unless you pay crazy aftermarket. But Superman, 1978, Mezco Toys, fantastic figure. Number 4, we have the Mezco 112 Collective Hazard Squad Commander Gomez. And this was a 2020 convention exclusive, but it didn't actually release until 2021. I had his counterpart, the brown variant, the Gold Commander, in my under 100 list, or my 50 to 100, I should say. And this figure was over, I think this was like a $150 bundle, so it's got to be on this particular list. The bundle was great, though. Like, it actually came with some really cool things, and a lot of the stuff was compatible or, scaled with 112 figures, rather than it being like t-shirts and pins and things that a lot of people don't like. I kind of enjoy that stuff, but I liked seeing people more happy with a bundle on this one. So it was a fantastic bundle, awesome figure, great articulation, cool innovation by being able to put the light up feature in the head. And I know you have to like hold the thing down, but the fact that they are innovating even that part, and they just released a figure recently, I think the Holiday Gomez, where you can actually just like click it and it stays on, and then click it and it comes off again. So that's cool. Like, previously, when you had a figure with a light-up head, or at least in this size of figure, you had the light-up feature stored in the neck that went down into the torso, like on the Kriegs or on Cable or Cyclops. But this is cool that they got it all in the head there. So that's a pretty sweet innovation. I know Darkseid had it in the head, but he's a much bigger figure. Anyway, this is my number 4. It's a fantastic figure, awesome articulation. I think it's still fairly available for close to retail, so even though retail was high, it's a great pickup. Tons of awesome accessories. Diorama, it's like a diorama box. It comes in the box, and then you unfold the box, and it's got this cool Hazard Squad Command Center box. So just a full-on awesome figure. I love what Mezco's doing with the Gomez verse, the Rumble Society, all that stuff. Keep it coming. And that's my number 4. And in at number 3 is the Storm Collectibles Golden Axe Death Adder, and I would bundle any versions of the Death Adder. I also have the Death Bringer. I don't have the Death Adder Jr. I felt like that, 3 was a bit much, but both of these are fantastic figures. Such a cool figure. It's so big and imposing. It barely fits in the frame. It makes my little rotating stand look tiny underneath him. Considering the seamless nature of it, it's actually got some pretty good articulation. Big, menacing, imposing figure. Removable helmet, a couple different head sculpts, just beautiful figure. I can't believe that they actually made this. It's so cool, and that is my number 3. Number 2, the Hot Toys Death Watch Mandalorian from The Mandalorian, the flashback scene where the Death Watch saves him and brings him in. This I've kind of got like just as, okay, extra Mando to sort of have in the background with all my other Mandos. I have a little bit of a focus there, but this came right to the front. This figure is so cool. I think I just have a thing for simplicity. It's just a very straightforward figure. There's no light up features or a ton of like flashy accessories or things. It's just a solid figure. Has some pretty good articulation. It, it has that, it kind of feels to me like a cross between the Mandalorian figure and the Boba Fett figure. It's like the best of both of those combined into one figure. Now, I do have a couple add-on pieces here from Mando and Boba Fett. I have Mando's shoulder armor, and then I also have a accessory that came with the Empire Strikes Back Deluxe Boba Fett on his gauntlet, that yellow gauntlet from the pre-production version of Boba. And basically what I've done here is I've tried to make sort of like a what-if scenario, like a young Paz Vizsla or something. But yeah, I mean, this figure I love it so much. It went right to the top of my list this year. Obviously, Hot Toys have an advantage on a list like this. They tend to like dominate over like $100 figure. They are just so much more in terms of like the detail and the sculpt work and the cloth goods and all of that stuff. So not quite a fair fight, but this figure is up there for me. It is awesome. So Hot Toys Death Watch Mandalorian number 2. And that brings us to my number 1 figure of 2021 over $100, and that is the Exo-6 Star Trek First Contact Jean-Luc Picard. I mean, this figure really put Exo-6 on the map. Data came out first. Data was awesome, and I guess that one really put him on the map. But this one, is, in my opinion, is a little bit better. It kind of edges Data out. Both phenomenal figures. I also have Janeway, and I have the Doctor on the way. I would never have guessed that at the start of the year that we would have 3 figures already in hand and another one in the mail. It's just incredible what Nanjin is doing with the Exo-6 line and what he's doing for Star Trek collecting. These are, like he says, museum level quality. These to me are Hot Toys level. Awesome articulation, incredible balance, amazing likeness. It's got an extra jacket you could swap to do like the different looks from First Contact. And it really captures that serious, angry Picard from that movie. So to me, this is not just about the specific figure, but it's about what Exo-6 brings to the collecting world as a new company in 2021. Super excited to see what they bring in 2022. They are going to be cranking them out, and I know I'm going to have to focus. I'm going to probably not really collect a lot of original series or a lot of the future stuff. I'm mostly going to stay within that Next Generation line. I'll probably try to stay complete on the Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager, and then any of the tie-in movies to those, so all of the Next Generation movies. But then I'll pick and choose very selectively between like the original series, Enterprise, Discovery, and anything else like that. So Exo-6 Jean-Luc Picard, my number 1 figure over $100 for the year. And if you want to know my overall pick, my number one figure across all lines, all prices, all that stuff, make sure you check out DorkLair Collecting Podcast, episode 181, out now. Chris, Larry, and I go through all sorts of categories. We go through 1/18 scale, we go through 1/6 scale, 1/12 scale, bargains, all like number 1 picks in a bunch of different categories, including the best overall figure of the year. It's a really interesting conversation. It's a fantastic episode, if I do say so myself. And make sure you check out the Instagram channel, The DorkLair. Follow on Twitter at DorkLair. And join the DorkLair Facebook group. I am going to probably be trying to pump that group a little bit and maybe do some giveaways. I actually have a couple things I need to do some giveaways on. So join my groups, follow on social media. It's going to be a fun year. Welcome to 2022. Let me know in the comments below what you are most looking forward to in 2022. And until next time, may the force be with you.
Follow me.